Hello? I don't know why I jerk my neck like that. Hello, hello. Anyway, it's a little awkward saying the opening thing. Anyway, someone coming now. Today's project. What am I doing today? I am going to build a off-grid, really simple bucket type of sink system for the yurt. I'm going to build a little base for I'm going to use food grade buckets underneath. I'm going to use some kind of sink, maybe one of the old sinks I have laying around. I got a few of them. I'll show them to you if you're interested. What? You are? Okay. Some kind of storage on top to hold the water, and then gravity feed a little spigot and draining. So that's my plan for today. It's around noon, as you can tell by the sun, wherever it is, I don't know. But I'm going to get going. I did a lot of pre-work for this. Let me show you. Follow me. So this is my, as you can see by the name, Dennis, my storage container. One of them, one of tres. This is the first one I had. So this one was completely packed, wall to wall with everything. That we first, when I first moved the house, I only had one. All my damaged wear goods are here, except for this one. These are future bags and rags. But most of it's damaged wear t-shirts. So if anybody wants to buy a I effing love Jersey City one, or I got a whole bunch of other t-shirts, things that say love and stuff like that. I think there's a bird in the shipping container. The birds keep flying into the shipping container. You in there, birdie? No. Okay, I'm not that crazy. So, what I'm looking for is the back of the sink is going to be one of these doors. So I'm going to cut the door 5-foot section, starting from the top. 5 foot, that'll be the base, and then the remaining, say, 2 feet that I cut off, I'm going to lay it sideways and put it as a base. So the door will be in an L, 5 feet by whatever, 2 feet. And then the waste bucket will be in there, a sink, and then some kind of way to keep the water up there. And that was my stomach. So let's look for some sinks. Should look for doors right now since I got them out. Alright, I'm going to look for some doors. Okay, using a video. I don't know why I'm yelling in here. Should probably talk lower. That's funny. The first door is not even held up. I'm using the flash on the camera to look at the doors. They don't have any light in here yet. I am going to get some lights and batteries and hook up some of the old solar panels. I actually have a solar panel from Scott from Nature's Own in New Jersey. He's the awesome guy that I got the Betties from. Those are my chickens for those that don't know. If you don't know, yeah, you know. The Betties came from Scott originally, and oh man, I'm trying to find a nice colored one. And he actually, as a kind of like a welcome homesteading. Oh man, if I want that one, it's going to be tough. He gave me a solar panel, so I'm going to use that probably for down here, because I don't need that much. Oh. Is that pink? If it's pink, that might be kind of cool on here. I don't know. But there's a wooden one. Oh, this one's from my old house. Yeah, I think I might use one from my old house. That might be the one. No, this is the one I was making a door for. I mean, the table. Yeah, this one I'm actually making. No, this isn't it. I don't know. I can't really see. But yes, thank you, Scott, for the solar panel. I am going to be hooking up soon. I ordered another inverter and I'm going to get another battery. But alright, I kind of saw the doors, so let me try to pick one out. It's exciting, right? Woo. Knock, 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 knock. Come in, knock, 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 knock. Come in, come in. That's the third bass song for those that don't know. Good song, good band by the way, Third Base. Check them out. Anyway, so I did find a door, hence the knock 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 song. I am going to cut this somehow. Yep. I haven't figured out which direction yet, but I'm going to cut 5 feet because that's the height of the side of the yurt that I want it to be at, and then use the extra of it as a base. So I'm going to take some measurements, maybe the bottom, cut the bottom and flip it upside down. We'll see. So, and you know, see a little bucket in there and have a sink. So I'm going to take a look for some sinks and see what sinks I have. I don't know if you heard that. There's been gunshots going off like there's a war going on. I feel like I'm back in Nam. Bullets flying all over the place. But luckily these bullets are going towards deer and not towards people. Yet. Anyway. So this is my favorite sink. I'm going to start off with it. I got this from my urban exploring days. This is from a prison. I don't want to give too many details, but this sink was installed in a prison that was built in the late 1800s. I'm not even going to tell you where it was built or anything like that, because last time I said something like that, I got in trouble. They said, hey, you can't post videos of you breaking into my place. And I said, why not? I did it. And they said, because we could call the police. And I said, oh, okay. And I said, I'll take it down. They said, okay, cool. But it was cool though. It was the Wright brothers' first museum. Not where I got that sink from. Not from there. But yes, that's the old prison sink that I salvaged. The prison has been torn down, and actually they knew that people were in there and they let people, so it's not really that big of a deal. But I just don't want to. Anyway, next sink. Just your crappy run-of-the-mill, you know, sink. There was a date on here. I think it was 90 or something. I don't know, but whatever. It's just a little porcelain sink. I don't really like it. It's a little small. I want something bigger. Right, speaking of bigger, how about that? That's a very large and echoey stainless steel sink. Might be too big for the yurt. I could just use a bucket. Too ghetto. Ooh, what's that? That's nice. That could be a cool sink. Mount that on the side somehow. Ooh, now you're talking, Dennis Allen. Yeah, I know I am. Praise ye the Lord Jesus Christ, New Day refugees. How about that sink? Old plastic slop sink? Nah. Here's a really old, I don't know what it is, but cement or soapstone sink. It's some kind of stone products, it says. But way too heavy. I think the yurt will collapse. Nah. That'll be for the jacuzzi. You look in there, there's a big old cast iron farmhouse sink with two big flat things on the side. But that also will tear down the yurt. Okay, so here is the back plate. There's a cat. Here's the back plate of the sink. Alright, so far I cut the door at 5 feet. This way it's, you know, a little bit lower than the top of the side of the yurt. And I installed 2 hooks to it. And there's a cat. So, okay, so for the sink itself, I want this tucked into there. Maybe it doesn't matter. But this chain goes from one hook through both handles and to there, and just this tension around here is very, very tight. I think it'll be more than enough to hold the sink. You know, there's only going to be a couple dishes and some water. I mean, I could probably sit on this. There's a little back and forth movement, but I don't know, I could stiffen it up if it becomes a problem. But you see, I cut the hole, I pounded that out, and I'm going to put the drain in there. Okay, for the water storage that is going to be on top of the sink, it's this 4-gallon bucket. I put a fitting there to seal the hole. I cut out a hole, a couple fittings, an on-off, open-close valve, and that's where the water is going to pour out, and it's going to get the cat. Johnny cat. That's the extra piece of the door that I removed. Okay, here is the rough finished product. Water storage on top. A valve will open going into the homemade sink, draining down into a gray water bucket. So I got the drain in there. It's got this nice little strainer, which we weren't looking at. I didn't put any water in yet. But this is it. This is, I needed something, I'm going to attach it, you know, so it doesn't tip over. I had some old legs from one of my damageware display models. Not from one of the models, but from one of the display racks. So I reconfigured it, and that'll be a little extra support for the bottom here once I attach it to the yurt. So that's it. You know, I'm gonna obviously pretty it up a little bit, but that was a quick answer to not having any water, because it's getting really cold out and I don't want to wash dishes out in the cold anymore because my poor little hands don't like it. That's a dirty bucket, but I'm gonna probably even change that bucket. But I just wanted to get something down just so I could try it out, and I could do dishes. I'm gonna try it out actually. So hold on, let me see how much water I have. Okay, I turned the flash off and put the house lights on. I put some water in it. As you can see, the water level is there. The spigot's there. It's got a little leak. I actually didn't even tighten it all the way yet. I want to put some Teflon tape in there too. Turn it on. We got water. And is it draining? Yes, it is. And water is coming out the bottom. So it might have some high spots where water might accumulate. So I might have to just like bang it out to drain properly. But yeah, it's working. Let me show you one more time with the light on. Here it is with the light on. Yeah, see how it's accumulating some water? That's an easy fix. I could just push on this and bend it. It's very light, easy to move. Oh, loosen. So there's water. No suction issues because there's no top on this. So you don't have to watch it gurgle like, you know, the office, the 5-gallon things. So yeah, there's my bucket system. It's working. I have a functioning kitchen sink, if you dare call it that. Alright, I'm going to clean up the buckets. Just keep saying that because I just grabbed some whatever buckets I had outside. This one is one that I specifically grabbed because it's a food grade one. Because I am using this for gray water. That's a food grade one too, but I am using it for gray water, so I'll be using it to to water plants. What plants in the winter, I have no idea, but might as well use them. And they're white. It's better than seeing some ugly orange bucket or some green plaster buckets. So there you go. If you have any suggestions to make this salinity better, please let me know. Comment below, or call me, or email me, or write me a letter. if you have anything to say, let me know. Tell your friends, subscribe, like, all that jazz. And hey, check out Tribe Called Quest's new album, man. It's pretty cool. It's a little political, which they usually always are. But yeah, Q-Tip, they did a good job again this time. One of the singers on there I'm not too fond of, but I like Busta Rhymes. I forget who the other guy is, but cool stuff. Alright, let me go fix up my sink. Do some dishes.